Hey everybody, I'm your name, and let's be honest, we've all been there. That awkward silence, you know what I'm talking about. But you know what, it's 2023, we're adults here. It's time we address the elephant in the room, or should I say, the toot in the wind. Let's face it, everyone does it. It's natural, it's weird, and it's science. Let's break the silence and dive into 10 fart facts that are hilariously fascinating. Get ready to laugh, learn, and maybe even gag a little because things are about to get gassy up in here. Alright, let's kick things off with a dose of reality. Everyone farts. Yes, everyone. Your grandma, your boss, even that cute barista you're too nervous to talk to. It's just biology doing its thing. On average, a person lets one rip about 14 to 20 times a day. I know, you're sitting there like, no way, not me. But trust me, a lot of it happens without you even realizing it. It's like little ninja toots sneaking out when you least expect it. Think about it, you're asleep for a third of the day, right? Well, guess what? You're not exactly holding it in while you're dreaming of winning the lottery. Those toots have got to go somewhere. And if you're one of those people who swear they've never let out a stinker, well, you're either a superhuman anomaly or you're just really good at denying reality. And frankly, I'm leaning towards the latter, so there you have it. We're all farting machines, churning out those gassy emissions like it's our job. And hey, in a way, it kind of is. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to get scientific. Ever wonder just how fast those bottom burps can travel? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because the average fart blasts out of your backside at a whopping 7 miles per hour. That's right, 7 miles per hour. That's faster than most people can run. It's like a tiny, invisible rocket ship escaping your rear end. And you thought those morning commutes were rough. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, how in the world did they measure the speed of a fart? Well, I'll tell you. Dedicated scientists, bless their souls, used high-tech equipment to capture these gassy escapes in action. They use things like special sensors and even high-speed cameras, all in the name of science, folks. And you thought your job was weird. So, next time you feel one coming on, just imagine a tiny rocket ship preparing for liftoff. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's your butt. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say the stink in the air. What's the deal with those potent poofs? Well, here's the thing, most farts are actually odorless. Yes, you heard that right. About 99% of a fart is just a bunch of gases like carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, and methane. You know, the stuff we breathe every day. No biggie. It's that sneaky 1% that's causing all the trouble. That tiny percentage is made up of sulfur compounds, and let me tell you, they pack a punch. These sulfur compounds are like the Beyoncé of the fart world, small but mighty. They're the ones responsible for those eye-watering, nose-hair-singeing aromas that can clear a room faster than you can say, did someone step in something? But hey, it's all part of the circle of life, right? Or should I say, the cycle of stink. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to address the age-old question, whose farts stink worse? Now, I know this is a sensitive subject, but science doesn't lie. And according to Science Women, you win this one. That's right, studies have shown that women's farts tend to contain higher concentrations of hydrogen sulfide, the chemical that gives farts that lovely rotten egg aroma. But don't worry ladies, it's not your fault. It's all thanks to your amazing bodies and the wonders of biology. Women tend to have higher levels of a certain type of bacteria in their guts that produces more hydrogen sulfide. It's just science. Now before you guys go getting all cocky, remember this. A fart is a fart, and they all have the potential to clear a room. It's just that the ladies have a little extra something special in their arsenal. So there you have it. The battle of the sexes. Fart edition. It's a gas. We've all been there, right? Stuck in a meeting, on a crowded bus, or worse, on a first date, and you feel a toot coming on. What do? You clench those cheeks, squeeze those glutes, and pray to the fart gods that it goes away? But here's the thing, holding in farts for too long is like trying to hold back a tsunami with a beach umbrella. It's just not going to end well. When you hold in those gassy emissions, you're basically building up a pressure cooker in your gut. And trust me, you don't want that thing to explode. It can lead to bloating, cramps, and in extreme cases even some unpleasant leakage. Not to mention, all that gas has to go somewhere, right? So, if it doesn't come out the back door, it might just take a detour and come out the front, and nobody wants that. So, the next time you feel a toot coming on, do yourself, and everyone around you, a favor, and just let it rip. Just maybe find a secluded spot first, for courtesy's sake. You might think farting is just a human thing, a weird quirk of our species, but guess what? The animal kingdom is full of creatures who love to let one loose. Cows, those gentle giants of the pasture, are notorious farters. In fact, they produce a staggering 200 liters of methane every single day. That's enough to power a small car. And you thought your uncle's farts were bad. But cows aren't the only ones. Termites, those tiny insects that love to munch on wood, are actually even bigger gas bags than cows. They release methane as a byproduct of their digestion, and it's estimated that they're responsible for about 15% of global methane emissions. Who knew such small creatures could have such a big impact on the planet? And then, there are herring. Yes, herring. Those little fish communicate with each other by releasing bubbles of air from their anuses. It's like a secret underwater fart language. So, the next time you feel a little embarrassed about letting one rip, just remember, you're in good company. Animals do it too. Ever noticed how some farts smell way worse than others? Well, you can thank your diet for that. The food you eat plays a big role in the aroma of your toots. Foods like beans, cabbage, and eggs are notorious for producing stinkier farts. Why? Because they contain sulfur compounds, those little stink bombs we talked about earlier. When your body digests these foods, those sulfur compounds get released into your gut, and, well, you know the rest. But it's not all bad news. There are also foods that can actually make your farts smell better. Foods like ginger, peppermint, and chamomile tea can help reduce bloating and gas, and may even give your toots a more pleasant aroma. So, if you're looking to improve the fragrance of your flatulence, maybe lay off the chili and load up on the ginger tea. Your nose and your friends will thank you. There's a reason they call it silent but deadly. Those sneaky little toots that escape without a sound can often be the most potent. It's like they've been saving up all their stench just for you. Loud farts, those booming blasts that can make you jump out of your skin, are usually just a lot of hot air, literally. They get their volume from vibrations in your, well, you know. But those silent ones, they're the real stink bombs. They're packed with those potent sulfur compounds that can clear a room faster than you can say, "Who cut the cheese?" So the next time you think you've gotten away with a silent one, think again. That smell might be lingering long after you've left the room. You've been warned. I know you've all thought about it. You're at a party, someone lets one rip, and someone else inevitably shouts, "Light it." But before you go grabbing the lighter, let me tell you, fart lighting is real, and it's dangerous. Remember all that methane we talked about? Yeah, well, methane is flammable. And when you combine it with oxygen and a spark, well, you get a recipe for disaster. There are countless videos online of people lighting their farts on fire. And let me tell you, it's not pretty. Burns, explosions, singed eyebrows, you name it, it's happened. So please, for the love of all that is holy, don't try this at home. Leave the fart lighting to the professionals. Or better yet, just don't do it at all. Your body is a temple, not a blowtorch. You might think you're off the hook when you're asleep, but guess what? Your body never stops working, even when you're catching those Z's. And yes, that includes farting. When you sleep, your muscles relax, including the muscles in your, well, you know. And when those muscles relax, it's easier for gas to escape. Think of it as your body's way of airing out while you're catching some shut-eye. So, even if you think you're a silent sleeper, there's a good chance you're letting rip all night long. You just don't know it because, well, you're asleep. But don't worry, it's perfectly normal. It's just your body doing its thing. And hey, at least you don't have to smell it. Unless you're sleeping next to someone, that is. In that case, they might have some stories to tell in the morning. So, there you have it, folks. 10 fart facts that are sure to make you laugh, think, and maybe even gag a little. But hey, that's the beauty of farts, right? They're gross, they're hilarious, and they're a reminder that we're all just human. From embarrassing moments to hidden science, farts are way more fascinating than they get credit for. So, next time it happens, just smile. Your body's doing its thing, with style. And, hey, if you enjoyed this gassy adventure, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more hilarious and informative content. Until next time, keep it real, and keep it moving.